Hey my friends, CA here, and on Tuesdays we talk about toys and collectibles. And today we're taking a visit to Haunted Mansion. You may remember as a kid growing up when we always had projects, and part of those projects were creating dioramas. And they were things that you dread, but I'm really excited about these dioramas from Haunted Mansion. And there's two of them. There's one that is the attic scene, and the other one, another popular, is the Seance Room. The Seance has 22 pieces, and the attic has 32. So let's start with the attic. Seance. I love both these scenes. I think the Seance is my favorite, so I'm going to leave that best for last. I'm going to look at the attic. You get a shot there of all the pieces in plastic. Instructions look pretty straightforward. They could have left the back as purely black because you don't really see it, but they have kind of this Haunted Mansion print. And then the floor with the wooden boards and cracks and holes in it. The two sides in the back, illustrations of cobwebs and just like in the attic, the elements that had been collected, the wedding photos, and some of the gifts that they received, just like when you're going through the attic itself. The connectors are 3 different sizes, and they show this on the instructions. Size, the B, goes on the 2 sides, like that. Slides in. And then the 2 longer pieces are going to go at the corners. Just slide them in. It is pretty sturdy. And then the fun part is creating the scene. Another hat box. And of course you need a wedding cake. I like how these things too are kind of dirty, because they've been sitting in an attic forever. And the woman herself. Does that make you feel like you're in the ride? And the great thing is, so you can just make it sort of a little different. So now, the Seance Room. Oh, we opened it from the boring bottom side. You can't even peek at the items. Oh, the carpets, actually, it's not printed on the floor. I love that it's an actual piece of fabric. Because then the floor is just like this black. So it's going to look so nice to have that carpet. And then you can put it any way you want. I'm really excited about that. And it's the same with the attic. You're going to have the nice prints on the back. And the fact that they have that eyeball wallpaper staring at you as you go through the Seance Room. So you see all the various items. All of the instruments to indicate spirits are all floating around, and you got the red curtains. So these are great. And I love the illustrations on both of these. I don't know, I'm having far more problems with the spirits. Clearly don't like me putting this together. All right, so now we have the room. We can decorate it. Did I say how much I love that there's a carpet here? They've got the tarot cards on the table, which is great. The chair by the table with the crow on the back. Madame Leola's floating head and the crystal ball. You could potentially string the string that goes across through this so it looks like the ball is floating. I don't know if that's the intention, but I do like that idea. The attic from Haunted Mansion with the hatchway, and the Seance Room with Madame Leota. They're like spooky, creepy adult doll sets. The furniture pieces are all sort of loose, so you could recreate the interior of this room if you want. I did discover that the back panel is slightly smaller than the other 2 panels, but you could flip the side panels to be on either sides. Found the attic fit snugger than the Seance Rooms. There was little things were kind of falling apart, but you could, if you're set with the background, a little glue to hold the stage together, and then you still have that flexibility to play around with the pieces, and that's really the fun part. I am an adult saying how it's fun to set up the seance or the attic room. So if you can't make it to Haunted Mansion, these 2 dioramas gives you an opportunity to at least pretend to escape to 2 portions of that ride, that experience, those characters that you love so much from the experience. And I think they're only available at the Disney shop. I'll include the link below. If Disney was to expand this diorama treatment to other experiences, like what would you like to see in a diorama? I'd say Trader Sam's. Wait, is that an experience? Could I have a Trader Sam's diorama? That would be pretty cool. So on Tuesdays, you can find us here talking about toys and collectibles. If you like this video, like to see more videos, like it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to hit the bell icon to subscribe so you can be notified as more of this type of content is added to the channel. And until next time, one to beam out. Woo!